Good morning. It is March 14th, and this is the next installment of the Hawk Tank Workshop series. I apologize for last night's technical difficulties. We had a complete internet outage here at Fort Lewis College's campus, which extends to our Innovation Center at the Main Street Mall. And so, even though we tried to bubblegum everything together and trying to make it work from my house. The lag and the technical difficulties definitely got the best of us. So I'm here recording a video on what the material was from last night, and specifically, what are the Hawk Tank expectations on your final submission? So I'd like to talk about is what should be included, some issue, some information about page limits, formatting. I'm going to share with you the rubric, which you should have received as a Hawk Tank team leader via email, as well as the key defining of terms. I want to talk really quickly about the 1-minute pitch video that is also due on March 31st. And then lastly, next steps. And if you have any questions, definitely reach out to me via email or my cell phone. So let's start out. What should be part of your business plan and your final Hawk Tank submission? So these are the 15 areas. Each of these relate directly to specific page limits also. And as you'll see, the first three, cover page, table of contents, and executive summary, are not part of the final page total. All of these words will be defined today, as well as in the attachment that I had sent to you yesterday. The one term that I want to sort of touch base on is, what is an executive summary? So typically what an executive summary is, it is a half page, 1 page, high level overview of your entire business plan. I find executive summaries pretty challenging to write. With more practice, you will definitely get better at it. And the idea behind it is that executives, being really busy, do not have time to read all of your material. So whatever you think are the key points, and definitely keeping it high level, that's what should be in your executive summary. Of course, if you want any more guidance, always feel free to reach out to me. Now, these are the 15 items. You will get points for the majority of these. You'll get there are some minor point deductions, and that would be if there's any omissions in terms of the cover page, table of contents, executive summary, or if you're over the page or you don't follow the formatting. But in terms of the points allocated by the judges, it'll be from value proposition number 4 to financial projections number 15. And we'll go over that in a little more detail in this video. As for the specific page requirements, like I said previously, cover page, table of contents, as well as the executive summary are not part of this page total. In general, for your business plan, you have 25 pages. 15 pages have been allocated to your value prop, customers, competition, revenue streams, key activities and partnerships, key resources, and cost structure. An additional 5 pages have been allotted for your team overview, milestones, your marketing plan, how you're going to enter the market, as well as any financial projections you'd like to share. The last 5 pages are for your appendices, and these are really items that you feel will add a lot of value in your business plan. And what you would do is, let's say you're talking about your specific product and you had some schematics, and it didn't really make sense to embed it right into those 15 pages that you have concerning your value prop. What you would do is you'd reference it in those 15 pages, and you'd say and tell the judges, hey, take a look at appendix A or B, and there's some pictures and schematics of my product. And appendices are really used to provide this additional information, but still allowing some nice flow in your actual text. That's the page limits. As for formatting, we ask all submissions to be 12 font, double spaced, and we ask for 1 1 inch margins. As for the judge rubric, this is what was sent to you yesterday with the invitation to That's Nice workshop. This is the actual rubric given to the judges, both for the first round as well as for the presentation round on April 19th. And this is how they are giving you your points. Okay. In terms of those writing deductions that I mentioned before, and they have some flexibility to either subtract 1 to 5 points. Really, that's on sort of how big of an oversight or how big of an error was it will really sort of dictate what they recommend in terms of those points deductions. And that has to do with the formatting, pages, cover page, table of contents, and executive summary. The keyword definitions, this document or the document that was sent to you yesterday is the document, the file created for our HawkTing judges. We use this whenever we get judges together to train them on sort of the HawkTing judging process, as well as on norming our judges. So there's consistency on how they are defining terms and how they're applying their rubric. So we have consistency in judging across judges, or at least to the best of our ability. Now, we have gone over a lot of material through workshops, and you've gone over a lot of material in your constructing of the business plan competitions. And what you'll see also when we think about sort of some of these key words is that there's definitely some overlap. And let me give you a really great example. So here's an overview of resource assessment, the team. You see under the team, that would actually cover some key activities as well as the team. The team will give you the overview of the individuals involved. And yes, you can have a team of one, and that's great. But what are those other individuals and those other skill sets that you need to do those key activities to make your business a reality? And that's who you may want to sort of add to your team part of your business plan. Now, these can be fictitious individuals, these can be real individuals, these can be individuals that you hope to find in the future, but really you're just trying to provide an overview for the judges, providing them with that insight that you really do have resources and sort of skills available to make your key activities possible. We also will have a marketing plan, and that marketing plan will be how are you going to reach and enter the market. And this is where you'll explain your customers, explain your competition. You'll discuss a little bit about your revenue streams. You'll talk about your key partnerships and exactly how critical they are to your marketing and securing business. So that's kind of what we're looking at in terms of leveraging these keywords and understanding what components putting under each of these sort of higher level areas. Look at financial projections. We went over the financial projection model. You talked about your different customer segmentations. You're going to have to come up with a price, which obviously will have to relate to your potential relate to your competitive pricing or how your competitors are pricing. It'll have your revenue streams in your financial projections, where you expect to actually get revenue from specific products, from specific geographic areas, from potential services. What are those costs associated with your business model? And that obviously will form your financial projections. So that's how we see that even though we have this high level of marketing plan or financial projections, you are actually going to sort of touch upon a number of key areas that judges will be looking for. Let's see here. Any questions on those keywords, definitely shoot me an email. Stop by my office if you're ever on the Fort Lewis College campus, and I'd love to go over that in greater detail. In addition to your business plan, that is due on March 31st, you are asked to submit a 1-minute pitch video. And like I said during our workshop series or our previous workshops, this 1-minute video, we instituted this a few years ago and was a request of our judges. The judges really felt that the 1-minute pitch videos provided that opportunity for you to share your product, your service, provide a little bit of clarification, and at the same time, really demonstrate at a certain level your passion for your idea. Now, we've seen 1 minute pitch videos use software like editing software, but the majority thus far have really just been from cell phones. Very basic videos where either they just they have a friend videotaping them, or maybe they put it on a table and they videotape themselves. And that's great because that still will absolutely serve the purpose that the judges were looking for. A few of you asked for guidance. Hey, Dr. Valdez, what should be in that pitch video? And this is kind of just a general breakdown. I would definitely keep it within the 60 seconds and really focus on the sound quality. We want to make sure the judges can hear your words. Once again, it can just be a single camera shot of you, but make sure that sound quality is good. Now, start out your video, first 10 seconds, start with a compelling question, a statistic. This is your hook. This is how you're going to get the judge's attention. Then you want to spend from 10 to about 10 seconds from the 10-second point to the 20-second point talking about the problem you're trying to solve. Okay, what is the pain you're trying to solve? The next 20 seconds, what is your unique solution? What is your specific unique value prop? What is your competitive advantage? That could be around 20 seconds. Then we want to talk about what is that market size, the market potential. That would be another 10 seconds. And then your final 10 seconds is your call to action. Your call to action for Hawk Tank can be, I look forward to pitching you in the final rounds. I look forward to having an opportunity for you to read my business plan and get feedback. That would be a great call to action for Hawk Tank. As for specific next steps from this day forward, you're going to complete your business plan. You're going to complete your 1 minute pitch video. If you need any help at all with your 1 minute pitch video, please reach out to me as soon as possible. I will introduce you, if needed again, or introduce you for the first time to Elizabeth, who runs the Fort Lewis College's Center for Innovation. And she is committed to help you with your 1 minute pitch video, either helping you with the actual videotaping, helping you with the actual 1 minute pitch, helping you with any of the sound challenges you might having. But Elizabeth is a tremendous resource, and you should have actually probably been contacted by Elizabeth concerning the Studio G access to information, supplemental resources, as well as our mentors. You will also receive an invitation to join the Hawk Tank Canvas site. This is where you're going to submit your business plan as well as your 1 minute pitch video, and just be on the lookout. And once we send it out, we'll definitely email you a heads up just in case it ends up in your spam folder. But you'll see the URL will start out with FLCSBDC, which stands for Fort Lewis College Small Business Development Center, and then Instructure is the company that does the Canvas learning tools. So that's what we will use to have for your submissions. You will register for that Hawk Tank Canvas site, and that will allow you for us to communicate with you through Hawk Tank, as well as to submit your business plan and 1 minute video. Your submission for both the business plan and 1 minute video is on March 31st at midnight, at 11:59 to be specific. We will be very strict in terms of that submission deadline because of the tens of thousands of dollars in cash and scholarships that we're giving, and we have to make sure that we are consistent and fair for all participants. We will then take your business plans and videos. We will send them out to the first round judges. They will judge using the exact same rubric that we showed previously and that you've received via email. And then their due date is April 7th at noon. Our Hawk Tank team will work behind the scenes. We'll calculate, tabulate everything, and then we will announce if you've made it to the presentation round here at Fort Lewis College on April 19th. If you make it to that final presentation, our Hawk Tank operations team will work with you uh, to hopefully get you to our April 18th practice session. This is an opportunity for you to make sure your slides project properly in our classroom. This will be the time to make sure if you have any videos that they're working once again in our system here on campus. We highly recommend you have at least one person to go to this. It's about an hour to 2 hour time window on April 18th, probably around 5 or 6 o'clock, and to go to your presenting room to make sure everything works. If you're unable to make it, you can still compete on April 19th. However, any hiccups, any delays will actually come out of your presentation time because we do have a really tight schedule on that April 19th. On April 19th, you will come to Fort Lewis College. You will have a time slot. You will arrive approximately 30 minutes before your time slot, and you will present to the Hawk Tank judges. Following that, we ask you to return later in that evening around 5 or 6 o'clock for the Hawk Tank Awards Gala. As a presenting participant, you are invited to the gala. It is a tremendously fantastic event. We have live jazz music from the Fort Lewis music students. We have a sit down menu. Um, we have an awesome keynote speaker prepared, and then we will be celebrating you all, the Hawk Tank participants, and we really look forward to that night. Well, that's it, you all. Any questions, be sure to shoot me an email. I'll be around all spring break. So if you want to jump on Zoom and you're looking for just a thought partner, you want to bounce off a couple ideas real quick, I'm here, I'm available. So please do not hesitate to reach out to me. Um, Thank you so much for everything you're doing, for all of your hard work. And I look forward to either hearing from you or receiving your business plans in just a few days. Thank you so much.